Discover key reforms for the NAR, focusing on clarity, accountability, and historical insight.
Adopt an association manifesto that clearly defines the purpose and vision of the organization and an action plan that every member understands and is willing to pay for. I think that's the big one, is willing to pay for. Because our dues are expensive.
This is not a cheap game.
It's too cheap, but it's not cheap. It's a couple grand a year for all the different dues that we pay. 2, show courage with a mea culpa. I'm not going to explain what mea culpa is. Learn your Latin. A sincere, unqualified apology to any of our members for action that damaged the industry. What happened was there was an effort back in the 1990s. We look at that like it's ancient history. But I'm going to quote. I'm not going to quote. I'm going to paraphrase a joke by Eddie Izzard. If you don't know who Eddie Izzard is,
people here.
Eddie Izzard's a hilarious British comic, and most people know him from some George Clooney, Brad Pitt movies, the Ocean's 11, 12, 13. He plays the guy that like has all the gadgets. He's kind of the gadget guy. That's Eddie Izzard. But Eddie's a comedian, and he's hilarious. And he tells this joke. He's from he's from the United Kingdom. He's very, very British. And he tells this joke about how he comes to the U.S., whatever, and he goes somewhere. People say, "Oh, this building was built 50 years ago," and then he in Great Britain, he's like, where history comes from. The Westminster was built in 900, and people say 1901. No, 900. That cracks me up, like, because it's true. Like, we say things like this, like it's ancient history. The 1990s were not that long ago, and we went through this modernization, and that was the period of time where the buyer's agency. In other words, this idea that buyers should be able to pick their own agent. Because previous to that, it was the most common way that real estate was sold is that you had to go talk to the seller's agent.